Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRACING, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up a turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? Good evening, race fans, and welcome live to Full Velocity Racing Network. Special presentation here tonight of the GForce TV of the GForce Racing Leagues in the 305 Rustlers Sprint Cars here to start out the evening, and those are brought to you in part by AJ Customs. AJ Customs, the official sponsor here of the 305 Sprint Cars here. Also the official sponsor of the heat races here this evening on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Right now, these guys out there on the track taking some time. Qualifying time, 3.36 seconds up there right now before they actually take to the starting grid for the heat racing action. I'm Todd Stanton here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, finally making my way back to the broadcast booth after a aggressive opening here up in upstate New York, at least in my neck of the woods. We're finally getting back to racing. No fans, unfortunately, in the stands, but I know we did a practice Friday night at the After Motorsports Park, and then we went over to the Thunder Mountain Speedway, located in Center Lisle, and those guys did a nice drive-in movie theater scene there. Fans able to watch the racing from a big drive-in movie area. The screen, actually, they were at the track, but they're right behind the track, so they could not get out of their cars and go down into the bleachers, but definitely had a drive-in movie theater. That's fantastic here. We've got to thank everyone for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network, whether you're on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, or even our Twitch page. Thank you for those guys that are tuning in to one of those pages. Also, GForce TV. We're live on GForce TV for their website and definitely their YouTube page, I should say, is GForce. Will have a little bit of how to subscribe to GForce TV here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and just a little bit later here as we transition into the 410 sprint cars here. The Road 410 sprint cars coming up after the 305 Rustler series here. As these guys qualifying, let's take a look at right now our qualifying times here. Again, this is fixed setup racing, so you're going to see these guys rather close together. As we're looking here at the qualifying top 10, it's been a while since I've touched the controls. You see Smith up top in that number 79 right now, timing in with a 13.175. Ross with a .028 back there of that time. Then you got the 49 running in third. Boydell running fourth, and fifth right now is Snook in that 123 machine. So those are your top 5 qualifying times. Not sure if we have everybody here on the qualifying grid. Looks like Landis the only one not taking a time so far. So Andrew Smith in that number 79 up at the top of the board. Then you got Connor Ross. And then Patrick Maltus aboard the 49 running in the third spot. G.J. Boydell and Lane Snook in that 123. Your top 5 here in the 305 sprint car so far for their qualifying efforts here at the Lanier National Speedway. One of my favorite tracks in the iRacing simulation besides Volusia. I really, really love Volusia, but Lanier, one of the fantastic tracks. Seen a lot of great racing here over the 2 years that Full Velocity Racing Network's been live. I've seen a lot of great racing when I actually was out there on the track, not anymore. Got to thank our sponsors, too, that make things happen here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Hard Motorsports for the official yellow flag sponsor of Full Velocity Racing Network, iRACINGIFlag.com. Head on over to iRACINGIFlag.com for those iFlags. Make sure you have one of those. If not, man, you're going to be sitting in the trailer an awful long time. Got to thank J-Max Journey, J-Max Strong. Got to thank Charlie Milner, Design and Media. A fantastic provider here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Does a fantastic job trying to get us graphics and all the different kinds of work. You got to thank Sam and Vlad at BladeNode.com. Use the promo code BLADE10 for 10% off your first purchase. Got to thank South Texas Speedway. 3D Racing, the official grid sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. The official team of 3D Race is 3D Racing here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank Ty BTV. Tyler Blankenship coming aboard as a sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network, the official streamer of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank Trash Panda Graphics, TDR Racing, and a bunch of other hosted sponsors, Cyber Thunder Racing League, those guys sponsoring us there, and hopefully some more new sponsors here coming to light here rather soon of the Full Velocity Racing Network. So thank you guys. Make sure you go out and support all the sponsors that support, whether it's real track racing or even iRacing for that matter. Make sure you go out and support those guys and definitely make things happen. Small businesses all the way around. Getting ready here for heat race number 1. Again, all heat races brought to you in part by AJ Customs. Screen right there. AJ Custom Creations, the official heat race sponsor. So starting on the pole here of heat race number 1, Kevin Perdue aboard the 100 machine. Going to start on the pole here of heat race number 1. His dance part of the outside driving that is number 32 machine. That'll be Wyatt Vick, and that's 032. Inside row number 2, that'll be G.J. Boydell aboard the 014 machine, and Andrew Smith, the fast qualifier here, inverted here. The number 79 rolling off position number 4. Fifth spot will be the 661 of Terry Landis, and his dance partner outside Donald Depew aboard the 000 in position number 6. 7th star will see Gary Taylor aboard car number 34, and Roger Craig aboard that number 747 going to roll off in position number 8. 8 cars we called for, all 8 cars out there on the speedway here, Lanier National Speedway, getting ready to come to light here with the 305 sprint cars. First race of the season here on GForce TV, Full Velocity Racing Network. Glad to be a part of these guys. Roger Craig bringing us over here, and definitely going to be a barn burner here. Didn't have a lot of sprint cars until Roger Craig decided to bring us aboard here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Been looking for a sprint car league to broadcast. We have them now here with the GForce Racing League, GForce TV. Thank you to AJ Custom Creations here for the heat race sponsorship as the iRacing iFlag green flag comes out over the field. We're racing 305 sprint car style down into turn number 1. That number 100 machine right now, your race leader, actually the 10 is actually there on the top spot. The 32 running in position number 2. That is Wyatt Vick in the all purple and white number 32 machine. Then you have DJ Boydell down to the inside in the 014 machine, battling out, duking out with tonight's quick time. The number 79 machine of Andrew Smith. Smith having a little bit of trouble there on the top shelf of the speedway, trying to work his way around Boydell. Boydell in the middle groove of Lanier right now. And the number 79 machine now motors around the outside. That Mopar number 79 moves into position number 3, now lurking in the shadows, trying to take over that second spot from that number 32 of Wyatt Vick. Vick right now holding on to the second spot as Kevin now starting to pull away in car number 10 here in the 305 sprint cars. The 305 Rustler fixed setups here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, GForce TV also, and glad everybody could tune in and watch us here as these guys duke it out. Again, 305's a little bit easier to handle. I still think they're extremely hard to drive here. Again, they're the easiest of the sprint cars. One of my favorite things to do is to drive a 305. I kind of like the 360s, 410s. Never could get a handle of that. I spent more time upside down. But the Full Velocity Racing Network, definitely glad to be a part of this one. As you're watching Boydell now down to the inside there of Andrew Smith, trying to take back that third spot here as we have those popsicle sticks up in the air. Is Kevin Burr to aboard the number 10 machine, going to lead them down here. They receive, I believe that was the white flag this time around. It's going to be the white flag this time around. One more trip around for that number 10. Wyatt Vick running second. Andrew Smith now still locked in the battle with Boydell, but I think Boydell kind of gave up just a tad bit. They come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. And the number 10 machine going to take down the victory here in heat race number 1. Wyatt Vick for 2. Andrew Smith for 3 and Boydell for 4. Roger Craig making his way all the way up to the 5th spot there in car 747. Heat race number 1 in the books. Heat race number 2 getting ready to come to post here live on the starting grid again. Like I said, AJ Customs out there, the official sponsor here tonight of the heat races. As Jack Hitt will be your pole sitter there in car number 369. His day is a part of the outside, driving the number 13 machine. That'll be Kyle Parker. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, that's Lane Snook aboard the 123 machine of the 23. And outside him will be Connor Ross aboard the number 35. Inside row number 3, that'll be David Carnes aboard the 192 machine, the Skull Panda number 192. And Anthony Scott aboard the number 39 machine, going to roll off position number 6. 7th starter sees the number 999 of Blake Chapman, and John Rayner aboard the number 21 machine, going to roll off at position number 8. That's a 3D Racing starting grid here for heat race number 2. These guys are taking one more pace lap around the Lanier National Speedway again, thanking our sponsors here this evening, and some great sponsors here with the heat racing action. AJ Customs, the official sponsor here of the heat racing. Can't say those guys enough. Thank you for coming aboard. We get ready to light the wick and light the fire off of turn number 4. It's hitting Parker, your front row. iRACING iFlag grid flags out, and we're racing down that front straightaway. The monster number 13 machine on the outside. That is Kyle Parker. He takes the lead as the 369 drops back to the 3rd spot. That is, like I said, the 369 machine of Jack Hitt moving all the way back to 3rd. We got 3 wide racing there for the 4th spot down to the extreme bottom. The 92 machine. Down to the bottom, that Skull Bandit, number 192, trying to work his way into that 4th spot. Bottom, that Skull Bandit, number 192, trying to work his way into that 4th spot. Now we're working down here to the bottom of the speedway. Top spot is Kyle Parker. Connor Ross running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Jack Hitt, and 4th is Anthony Scott. Scott trying the 4th spot there, trying to catch up to the top 3 as those guys starting to pull away here as we complete lap number 4 of 8. So we're halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go for the number 13 of Kyle Parker. Connor Ross still running in the 2nd spot. 3rd is that 369 of Jack Hitt. Hitt trying to do everything he can right now to tack down the top 2. Good battling going on from 4th on back. I see 3 wide once again. We're going to see 3 wide again down to the bottom. That 192 trying to make some headway, but the 123 of Lane Snook now moves into the 4th spot. And a little bit sideways. We go Scott there in the number 39 machine, and that's the momentum killer there in the 305 sprint car. So good battle going from 4th on back. Well, the top spot now being defended there by the 13 machine, the 35 slide job by Connor Ross. 1 to go at the line there for the Monster Energy number 13 machine of Kyle Parker. Ross running in that 2nd spot in that number 35 machine. Going to try one last slider, one last stitch effort down into turn number 3. He puts it down to the bottom. Cannot do it. Heat race number 2 belongs to Kyle Parker. Connor Ross going to finish up in that 2nd spot. Jack Hitt going to finish up 3rd. And 4th going to be Lane Snook aboard that number 123. Heat race number 2 in the books. Thank you guys for tuning in. I see Ray Riggleman out there. Thank you. Star donations, guys. If you like what you see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, if you're not on our Facebook page, make sure you head on over there. Star donations go a long way to help us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. As heat race number 3 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole will be Joshua Fenton aboard the 911. And his dates aboard the outside, driving the number 87 machine. That is Andy Patton. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, that is Jordan Hack aboard the number 57 machine, and Patrick Baltis aboard the number 49. It's actually the 46 out there, going to roll off in position number 4. Rolling off in the 5th spot, that's Francis Major aboard the number 25 machine, and Joe Dowden aboard that number 9 machine, going to roll off position number 6. 7 star to see Stephen Bixler aboard the number 861, and Lewis Miglin aboard the number 24 machine. Going to roll off in position number 8. That's the 3D Racing starting grid here for heat race number 3. Again, a big thank you to AJ Customs out there for the heat race sponsorship here of the GForce Racing League 305 Sprint Cars here at Lanier National Speedway. Make sure you do us a favor out there, Full Velocity Racing Network, guys. Make sure you share our link out there. I know Phil and Jack got to be listening out there. Make sure you go out there and share it. Share it to everybody you know. Let everybody know the Full Velocity Racing Network is live and in charge here with sprint car racing action. 305 sprint cars dropping the hammer off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway here into turn number 3. 3 wide, all ready for the race lead. That 57 machine of Jordan Hack right there. Moving into the second spot now down to the bottom of the number 87 of Andy Patton. Patton side by side. Patton on the preferred groove on the outside. Pushing the cushion of that number 87 machine. The 57 of Hack still holding on to second. Third is that number 46 machine. That is Patrick Malthus aboard the number 46 machine. Holding on to the third spot. Here comes that number 25 down to the inside. That is Francis Major. Major now making a mistake down on the bottom of the speedway. Going to drop kick him back to the 5th spot. Here comes that number 9 machine of Joe Dowden down to the inside of the number 46. Trying to give everything he can to try to move into that 3rd spot. Not able to do it so far. We got 5 laps remaining here for the number 87 of Andy Patton. Second is still the 57 of Jordan Hack. Hack right now trying to track him down. Here about a car length and a half. Out of turn number 4, halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go here in heat race number 3 for the GForce Rustler fixed setup 305 sprint cars here at the Lanier National Speedway. The number 87 just leading around here has led all the laps so far. Jordan Hack trying to do everything he can. Good battle still going on, waging for the 3rd spot now. That number 9 machine right there, Joe Dowd and Francis Major still looking to the bottom. Here comes Joe down to the inside, side-by-side battle for the 3rd spot. Trying to get around that number 46 machine, cannot do it. There's the popsicle sticks go up in the air. 2 more trips around Lanier National Speedway. So as we come down here, the white flag going to come out for that number 87 of Andy Patton. Jordan Hack running in the 2nd spot there, trying to go to the outside there. Gets crossed up. The 87 hits the wall. Final lap down into turn number 3. It is Andy Patton leading the charge off of turn number 4. Heat race number 3 belongs to that number 87 of Andy Patton. Jordan Hack going to finish up 2nd. Patrick Malthus are going to finish up in that 3rd spot. Joe Dowd, Francis Major rounds out your top 5. Heat race number 3 in the books. Big thank you to AJ Customs there for the heat race sponsorship. Now we got to thank Toronto Tickets here for the B-Main sponsorship. And B-Main Racing Action going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 747, that will be Roger Craig. And outside of him, the M&M is number 999 of Blake Chapman. Inside row number 2, that'll be Francis Major aboard the number 25 machine. And Terry Landis aboard the number 61, rolling off position number 4. Rolling off 5th will be David Carnes aboard the 192 machine. Then you have the 911 of Joshua Fenton going to roll off position number 6. 7th starter sees Gary Taylor aboard car number 34. And Anthony Scott aboard the number 39 going to roll off position number 8. 9th will be Stephen Bixler aboard the 861. And Donald Depew aboard the 000 rolling off position number 10. 11th spot will be John Rayner aboard the number 21. And Lewis Miglin aboard the number 24 in position 12. And 12 cars we called for. Looks like we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cars out there. So not quite all cars. Donald not answering the call in the 000 machine. So it looks like 10 laps will be the distance here in the B-Main. Is brought to you in part by Toronto Tickets, the official sponsor here of the B-Main, the consolation events here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Once again, a big thank you to GForce TV for having Full Velocity Racing Network on its airwaves. As we get ready to light the wick, light the fire off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air. The 747 of Roger Craig and Chapman lead them down into turn number 1. 3 wide. Here comes the 25 of Francis Majors down to the inside, sliding up ever so slightly in front of the 747 as Craig makes contact with the 61 of Landis. Landis goes for a tilt-the-world spin, and he goes around in a knot. Tough break for him. Upside down is that number 661 machine of Landis. As a tough break for Landis, that number 25 machine of Francis Majors now takes over the race lead here in the B main, and brought to you in part by Toronto Tickets here. Second spot is the M&M's. Now Blake Chapman, 999 machine. And then you have the 747 of Roger Craig right now running in the third spot, the Skull Bandit, number 192 machine. Running in the fourth spot is Steven Bixler aboard the 861 machine. Love that name. Running in the fifth spot, battling it out there with Lewis Miglin aboard that number 24 machine. On the top shelf of the Speedway is Miglin. Then the 861 of Bixler down to the inside. Good side-by-side battle for the 5th and 6th position. Francis Major pulling out here to about a 5-car length advantage over Blake Chapman. Chapman still running in that second spot. Roger Craig tries to the outside in that 747 machine, pushing the cushion here at the LANIER National Speedway, trying to take it over. He's going to do so, put Roger Craig to position number 2 around the 999 of Blake Chapman. Chapman still trying to fight back down to the inside, though, trying to do everything he can as we are halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go here in the Toronto Tickets B main for the GForce Rustler Fix 305 setup league. It's a 747 of Roger Craig right now in second, but a good battle still between himself and Chapman. David Carnes running in that fourth spot in the Skull Bandit, number 192 machine, but down to the inside once again. Not going away without a fight is Chapman. Craig still battling it back on the outside of the Speedway. Up against that wall is Craig. He doesn't want to make too much of a mistake here. As Popsicle Sticks open there, 2 more trips around here in the Toronto Tickets B main. Big thank you here, like I said, to GForce TV for allowing us to come aboard here and on their airwaves and let everybody know what Full Velocity Racing Network is about. But we are on the final lap as Francis Majors has led everything here. In car number 25, he's going to see that checkered flag off of turn number 4, picking up the B main. Francis Majors, Roger Craig going to finish up second. Third is going to be Blake Chapman, David Carnes, and Lewis Miglin is going to round out your top 5. The Toronto Tickets B main in the books. So we're going to go to a warm-up, but before we do everything, we're going to send things down trackside for not only the playing of the United States National Anthem, but the Canadian National Anthem. So please rise, ladies and gentlemen, as we pay honor to those 2 great countries.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And race fans, thank you for the standing for the national anthems here, the Canadian national anthem and the United States national anthem, honoring two great countries here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Who is ready for some racing here? 305 sprint car style here. The Rustler 305 sprint cars, the fixed setup league, brought to you in part by AJ Customs. Thank you for everybody for tuning in, whether you're on Full Velocity Racing Network Facebook page, the Twitch, or even the YouTube. How about GForce TV allowing us to be a part here on the Full Velocity Racing Network? Thank you to all those guys, all those venues for allowing us to be alive across 4 different spectrums here. The Full Velocity Racing Network getting ready, locked and loaded for this feature here coming at you here. 25 laps will be the distance at the Lanier National Speedway, and your 3D racing starting grid going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 100, that's Kevin Pateau aboard the 100 machine, and Kyle Parker aboard that number 13 machine. Going to roll off in position number 2. Rolling off third will be that number 87 machine. That will be Andy Patton and Wyatt Vick aboard that number 32 in position number 4. Fifth starter will be Connor Ross aboard that number 35 machine, and Jordan Hack aboard the number 57, rolling off position number 6. Seventh starter sees the number 79 tonight's quick time. That was brought to you by Andrew Smith, but going to roll off position number 7. And Jack Hitt aboard the number 369, going to roll off position number 8. Ninth starter sees Patrick Maltas aboard the number 49 machine, and G.J. Boydell aboard the 014 machine, going to roll off position number 10. 11th starter sees Layton Snook aboard that number 123 machine, and Joe Down aboard the number 9, rolling off position number 12. 13th starter sees Francis Majors aboard the number 25 machine, our B main winner here tonight, and Roger Craig, second place in the B main, rolling off position number 14, and that's 747. 8th in row number 8 in the 15th starting spot. That's the 999 machine, the M&M sponsored number 999 of Blake Chapman, and the Skull Bandit number 192 machine of David Carnes, going to roll off position number 16. 17th sees Louis Megon aboard the number 24, and Anthony Scott aboard that number 39. Stephen Bixler aboard the A61 in position 19. 20th will be Gary Taylor aboard the 34. John Rayner in the 21, and Terry Landis. Round out row 11 and row 12 is Joshua Fenton and Donald Depew. We are ready to light the wick, light the fire. Race fans, we're going to ask you one question here this evening. Who's it going to be? 305 sprint car racing here with the Rustler GForce TV sponsor machine. We got cars going all over the place here on lap number 1 as these guys just fighting for every inch of real estate here at the Lanier National Speedway, as our first yellow flag going to come out here already here early on in the going. So we're going to take a look-see to see what caused this one. I'm almost thinking willing to bet there, as looks like the number, maybe the Lewis machine. Lewis missing a front wing here. So I think Lewis blinking out here. Just getting into the back here. And getting into the inside retaining wall down there. So definitely Lewis, the cause of our very first yellow flag here, the Hard Motorsports yellow flag here in the A main. Make our way on down to Victory Lane here in just a little bit. It'll be Malcolm Mills, Victory Lane, with BladeNote.com. Malcolm Mills, the huge sponsor here of the Victory Lane for the GForce Racing Leagues here for the 305 sprint cars. So single file looks like it's going to be the way of the land. iRACING.com, pace truck down to the infield. iRacing high flag, green flag is out. We'll see if Kevin going to lead it down here into turn number 1 to see if he's going to be able to hang on. It's all about momentum, folks, here in the 305 sprint cars. And number 87 now goes to the top shelf for the Speedway, leaving the door wide open for Connor Ross. Ross down to the inside there in the number 35 machine as we're on lap 6 of 25. It is Kevin in that 100 machine. Right now, your race leader, the 87 of Patton, running in the second spot. Third is Ross, as we're going to see another quick yellow flag come out over the Speedway here for the 305 sprint cars, having a rough time getting it going here early on. Take a look, and I believe Anthony Scott going to be involved in this one. We'll make sure that that's who it is. It is. We have a leaner here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. That's 2 points for a leaner. The 39 just dressed up in front, and he hits the outside wall there. The gap over there And that number 39 of Anthony Scott ends his night on the business end of a record. There's Anthony Scott now down to the pits, going to call it a evening. So 2 points here for the Full Velocity Racing Network as we got a LANIER for the first time of the evening. 305 sprint car racing action. Again, AJ Customs, the sponsor here of the 305. Thank you to GForce TV for letting us be involved in this one. Like I said, if you haven't made your way on over to the Full Velocity Racing Network Facebook page, make sure you do. Give us a like, give us a follow. Hey, you can become a supporter here on the Full Velocity Racing Network for $4.99 a month, and you get some interesting content, Phil. And I've been talking about the content you will be receiving, and there's going to be a lot of great things, including prizes that we're going to give away here on the Full Velocity Racing Network if you are a supporter here. Definitely appreciate everyone for tuning in across all venues here. As we get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing, we do so. It's a loud pedal down. The number 87 has a whale of a run. Anthony Patton now to the race lead, but yellow flag going to come right immediately back out. Not happy. I don't know if that start was not good or if there was just a nasty chain reaction down through the field. We'll make sure here. We'll take a look, see if we see anybody. I don't think they were ready. Nope, I don't think it was ready. Flagger waving as he started that one off. So a little bit of a slow start here for the 305, the Rustler 305s here. Guys getting accustomed to one another. Looks like they're trying to get their lineup straightened. Getting in number 10, the race leader, Kevin. Sorry about slaughtering your name. I'm probably pretty sure that I slaughtered it more than 5 times here tonight. Andy Patton, right now your second place guy. These guys just trying to get together. Not sure what they're going to do here. Yellow flag continues to be out. Trying to get these guys back in the line, back into shape. Like I said, got to thank iRACING, iFlag, one of our official sponsors here, the Full Velocity Racing Network. If you don't have an iFlag, you don't have a pit box, man, there's something wrong. You got to go over to iRacingIFlag.com, grab a iFlag and a pit box. You'll definitely be a step above the competition. Also got to thank Milner Design and Media. Definitely for on a great wrap, a fantastic wrap, bar none. One of the better sim racing painters out there. Does all of our graphics, so I have to really say that Charlie Milner does a fantastic job on everything. Looks like these guys trying to get back in the line behind the pace truck. Don't get to say his name a lot, but all of our replays provided by Locked In Syndrome Warrior J Max Strong. It's not for the week. Visit him for merchandise, different stuff going on there. As his journey, www.jmaxstrong.com. Like I said, got to use a promo code BLADE10, but if you go over to bladenode.com, a simple web solution powered by nerds, you get a server, web hosting, all your needs over there. Go to bladenode.com. Getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here again. Like I said, thank you to AJ Customs here for the sponsorship of the 305s and the sponsorship of the heat races here all this evening as the iRACING iFlag Green Flag comes out. Single file with the way of the land. Kevin, now your race leader. Now Ross down to the inside, side-by-side battle for the second spot with Patton. Patton to the outside. That number 87 trying to let her dig. Here comes the 13, the Monster Energy. Number 13, Kyle Parker, now moves himself into position number 3. So the 87 made a evasive maneuver to the top shelf of the Speedway. He drops himself all the way back to the 4th spot, and maybe even 5th now. Because that's not the place to be right now. As Kevin, right now, your race leader in that number 10 machine. Second is the 35 of Connor Ross. Kyle Parker for a 3, pretty much single file down to the bottom. Seems like that's where these guys are running. The top shelf not there for the 305 sprint cars. We'll have the 410s here in a little bit. That'll be interesting to see those guys get around LANIER, but that number 35 of Ross has now caught Kevin. Aboard the 10, getting through the corners a tad bit better in the center portion of the corner, especially in 1 and 2, is that number 35 machine of Connor Ross. Ross trying to lurk in the shadows there, trying to take over that top spot as the 10 makes a mistake. And Ross makes a bigger mistake down into the inside retaining wall. Around goes Ross from position number 2, so almost the powerhouse. He goes right directly to the outhouse. He's Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. That number 35 machine going to go to the tail of the field here. So tough break. We've seen that live here on the Full Velocity Race Network. Let's relive it here with the J-Max Journey, J-Max Strong instant replay. Watching him there, the 10 comes down the track. He kind of misjudged the corner there, and around in the knot goes that number 35 machine. So with 5 laps to go, he's going to have to try to make a charge to the front. It's going to be extremely difficult, I do believe, for the 35 to do anything to try to maybe even make it inside the top 5. So definitely a difficult night for that number 35 machine of Ross. So, folks, we will have the 410. We'll have a bunch of sponsors in between as we make the transition over to the 410 server. Definitely not going to go away. So, if you want to share it out, want to take a break, go get a snack here in between the 305s and the 410s. You can definitely do so here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll have sponsors and then a splash screen up as we make that transition over to the 410 server. As we're getting ready to light the wick and light the fire off of turn number 4. iRACING flag, green flag back out. We're racing. We'll see how long this time. Here, I believe green, white checkers is the way of the land here. 2 laps remaining here for the number 10 machine of Kevin Partout. And that number 100 machine, or 10 machine, the number 13 of Kyle Parker still running second. Patrick running in that 3rd spot in car number 46. He looks all over, but the yellow flag going to come back out. Another attempt at the green, white checker. See what brought out this J-Max Journey, J-Max Strong instant replay. Looks like we're going to have another leaner here on the Full Velocity Race Network. The 369 of Jack Hitt. Getting up into the marbles, into the loose stuff, and rides the wall. So he's completely sideways there. A leaner here. Another 2 points here on the Full Velocity Race Network. So that's 4 points total. So tough break for the 369 machine. Going to end up on the business end of a wrecker. Yellow flag going to come out once again. Going to restack and repack the field here. Single file. Going to be the way of the land here at the LANIER National Speedway. Taking a look here is, got to thank Sheffield Graphics for official onboard camera. You look right there. Of the 100 there. Got to get a better onboard camera. We didn't mount it very well here tonight. AJ Custom Creations, the sponsor here of the 305 Sprint Car Division. We're getting ready to light the wick and light the fire off of turn number 4. Loud pedal down, and what a start there for the number 100 machine. He is wasting no time. He gets out front. He wants no part of the car. He's the 13 running in the 2nd spot. That is Kyle Parker. And here comes that number 46 machine up on the extreme top side. That looks like Lane Snook. And I think it's going to be up there trying to make some headway. They're trying to get up there as the final lap comes out. White flag there for Kevin Partout. Partino aboard the number 10 machine. Going to come off of turn number 4. Kevin going to take down the win here in the 305's Rustlers Sprint Car Division. Second going to go to Kyle Parker. The number 49 going to finish up in the 4th spot because Lane Snook going to sneak his way in there in the 3rd spot. So 25 laps in the books here. Big thank you to AJ Customs Creations for the sponsorship of the Rustler GForce TV Fix Setup 305 Sprint Cars. So that's going to do it all there. We'll make it on down to BladeNode.com and Malcolm Mills Victory Lane. Malcolm Mills and BladeNode.com Victory Lane. Here at the LANIER National Speedway. Get an interview hopefully with the top 3 drivers here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll be back at you here in just a few seconds. We'll let you know how to get involved with GForce TV, how to subscribe here, and then we'll be right back at you.
What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GForce TV. And down to the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that. But don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell. And anytime there's new content uploaded to GForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GForce channel.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. 10-4. Got yourself a good seat up there? That I do. I got a good enough seat to watch you win. Us win. Oh, boy, I like that. Checker flag, bud. Caution's out. Caution's out. This is the white flag. Still outside. Get a little deep breath there, buddy. Grab those belts, give them a little tug. Pace car's off, be ready. Be ready. Green flag, green flag. Everybody's rolling.
So we're going to make our way on over here to Malcolm Mills Victory Lane here on GForce TV, Full Velocity Racing Network. Make a beeline over here. We're going to talk with the third place finisher, driver of the number 123, who last second just got inside the top three for a nice podium finish here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. Lane, what a fantastic race there for you. Came alive towards the end of that one. Not as probably many green flag laps as you would have hoped for here this evening, but man, a third place finish, nothing to hang your head about. Tell us about your race.
No, definitely not. It started 11th. We had that one yellow, and I decided to go up top on a restart, and everybody else was down low, and I think the top was actually a smidge better, so then I just started passing cars and made my way up the third and the last lap.
If you would have had a couple more laps there, Lane, what do you think you would have had for the first and second place guys? Do you think you had something for them?
I think I definitely could have had second, maybe a chance for the win, but I don't know. He was kind of far away from us.
All right, Lane, before I let you go here, I'm going to give you the microphone one last time. You can thank or would like to thank here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. Take it away.
I would like to thank HRH Motorsports, Big Baker Media, Universal Settlement Service, Fox's Pizza Den, Keystone Alliance, Jacqueline Howard Associates, KKP, Keister Karting Products, and I think that's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home third here tonight in the 305 Sprint Cars, the 123 of Lane, taking home the third spot here. Lane Snook in the 123, excuse me. I keep forgetting his last name there because you can't see it on the screen. Bringing home second place here tonight, driver of the number 13 machine, Kyle Parker. Kyle, hopefully you can hear me down here, as maybe I muted myself. I'm not 100% positive, but Kyle, a good run, good finish here. Second place finish, podium finish for you here in the 305s. Tell us about your race if you can hear me.
All right.
My mom's room, so I felt like it was a good time to have a second to debrief.
I'm just glad that you invited me to come.
It's pretty eye-opening.
100%.
I'm really happy.
Are you there, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had you muted. I was trying to talk the whole time and I had you muted.
Well, tell us a little bit about the race there. I don't know what was going on right there, but oh, there we go again. Tell us about that race there.
No, the race was pretty good. I couldn't get the car to turn a little bit, but a little slick, but it was fun. Definitely having a slick track like that brings out the better drivers, you know, and makes it a little bit racier for the 305s because a lot of people think it's just push and go for the 305s, but that was fun. GForce always does a good show, man, for sure.
Yeah, definitely a good race here to watch for the 305 sprint cars here. The Rustlers fixed setup. Definitely rather interesting here for my first night here in the Full Velocity Race Network to get to see you guys go at it here, and definitely with some great racing going on. Looked like Lane may have found something there towards the end of that one. Kyle, did you try the outside like he did? Because man, he was starting to go fast there towards the end of that.
Actually, no. I tried. I stuck to the inside, but I did see him coming the last two. That green white checkered, and he was cooking. I think he came from 6th to 3rd on that last lap. But
Yeah.
that he had that outside working, and I just tried working to the inside, sticking in there, trying to bring it home second. But no, I should have dropped out to the outside beforehand. But yeah, he made it work out there.
All right, Kyle, before I let you go here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, I'll give you the microphone one last time. You can think or would like to thank here tonight.
Just my fiance for letting me do this all. You know, she puts it together. She takes care of the baby when I'm doing this, so it's always a blast too with the GForce League. Roger does a very good job with all the guys, keeping them intact and stuff, and always puts on a good show. So we appreciate you also for broadcasting for us, so everyone else can see us that can't, you know, on the live stream. So we appreciate you for sure.
Again, a big thank you, Kyle, from us here at Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you for taking some time out here. A nice podium finish here, second place, LANIER National Speedway. Hopefully, we'll see you one spot better next time.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you. You have a good one.
You too, Kyle. Is Kyle making his way? I'm not sure if he's going to make his way to another session here. I was trying to get the winner. Can't pull the winner down. I got Roger Craig here with me in the booth. I know he don't. I know he's not no ashamed to talk. I tried to pull Kevin. He keeps moving on me, Roger. Not sure if that's a sign.
I think Kevin's probably shy. Kevin's from Quebec. I'm not sure how good his English is, so he might be trying to run away from you. We're not sure, but he put on a good show, that's for sure. Well, from what I could see at the back.
Yeah, he definitely put on a good show, and I had to bet that he was from Quebec or up there in Canada because man, I can't pronounce his last name. He's the only one in the field that his name gave me fits here tonight.
It's parental, but I should or parental. I should check with him and just get the exact pronunciation for sure, and convince him to come down here and do his best. Those guys, you know, their English is better than my French, and I appreciate when they try to get through these interviews because it's got to be a bit of a challenge for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely English is that they say the hardest language to learn, and I would have never thought that, but it is.
No, but you know, when you get out on the track, we all speak the same language, and they speak it a little bit better sometimes here. So, he put on a great show, and that was other than, you know, maybe a few too many cautions. It was a good race.
Yeah, definitely was a good race there, Roger. I'll take the moment here. I know we'll go on to the 410s, the Rogue 410s coming up here. That series coming live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. As maybe next time we'll get a hold of Kevin there. Good job to him here tonight, picking up the win in the Rustler or fixed setup 305s in the GForce Racing League stables here. So going to sign off for now. Give you a tribute to the sponsors. Thank you again to Malcolm Mills here for the official Victory Lane, AJ Customs here for coming aboard. Toronto Tickets also a sponsor here this evening. And also got to thank Strickler GMC and all the other great sponsors that come aboard here, especially even on Full Velocity Racing Network 2. For now, we're going to send it to commercials, splash screens, different things, learn more about our great sponsors here that support us. We'll make our way on over to another server and get some more racing for you here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. 10-4. Got yourself a good seat up there? That I do. I got a good enough seat to watch you win. Us win. Oh boy, I like that. Checker flag, bud. Caution's out. Caution's out. This is the white flag. Still outside. Get a little deep breath there, buddy. Grab those belts, give them a little tug. Pace car's off, be ready. Be ready. Green flag, green flag. Everybody's rolling.
What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GeForce TV. And down to the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that. But don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell. And anytime there's new content uploaded to GeForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GeForce channel.
Just watching some of the cars go around here at the LANIER National Speedway on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Now we got the 410 Sprint car, the Rogue 410 Sprint cars here on GForce TV, Full Velocity Racing Network. Joining us, whether you're joining us on Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch TV on the Full Velocity Racing Network, or GForce TV via their YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network, allowing us to be on this different avenues here this evening. LANIER National Speedway, the 410 Sprint cars. These guys locked and loaded here on a Wednesday night. The second of the doubleheader here, 305 Sprint cars. Was the first race here this evening. Now we move right on into the 410s. You got to thank again AJ Customs for the heat race sponsorship. See them down in the lower left-hand corner. Also got to thank Toronto Ticket for the sponsorship here of the A main, or the B main, excuse me, or any of the Constellation events. Also got to thank Malcolm Mills for the official Victory Lane sponsor here of the GForce Racing Leagues. We also have ours, the BladeNode.com Victory Lane. So tandem team down there. And again, first and foremost, got to thank GForce TV for allowing us to be a part here of the community here of GForce TV. Also got to thank our great sponsors here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Hart Motorsports, the official yellow flag sponsorship of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank iRACING If you really want to be a step above the competition, head on over to iRACINGIFlag.com. Get yourself a pit box, get yourself an iFlag. Those will really put you a step above the competition. You'll start winning races. I can promise you that. Also got to thank J Max Strong and J Max Journey. J Max Strong. It's not for the weak. Locked in Syndrome Warrior. He definitely plays a lot of games. Has a special controller. Head on over there and support him. Buy merchandise. Buy different things. www.jmaxstrong.com. Also got to thank Cyber Thunder Racing League. You got to thank South Texas Speedway. Visit them in Corpus Christi, Texas. www.southtxspeedway.com. Also, got to thank Milliner Design and Media for the official sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. He does a lot of work behind the scenes for us, does tubs. And if you really want to rap, you want a video, get on over to his Facebook page, Milliner Design and Media, or Design or Media and Design, whatever way you want to call it there. Just tell him Full Velocity Racing Network sent ya. So if you want to rap, professionally done, go on over to him. Also, got to thank 3D Racing. 3D Racing, the official sponsor of our starting grid each and every night here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Big thank you to the official team of 3D Racing. Also got to thank Ty BTV. Ty BTV, the official streamer of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Head on over to Ty BTV and make sure you give him a like, give him a follow. Again, Ty BTV. Qualifying, getting ready to come here to post. The guy's going to go out here in the 410 Sprint car. He's going to qualify some laps. I'll put the running order drop down up here. We'll do that all over again. For some reason, I decided I wanted to do a running order drop down. We're going to do a qualifying drop down so you can see maybe where your favorite driver is. These guys go out here so you'll see the times come up on the board. Everybody out there in the speedway in their own unique fashion. So far, Andy Patton atop the leaderboard. See if Patton can do it. Nope, John Hayden now top there, 11.535. And that number 71 machine. So far, nobody able to knock him off. We'll see if there's anybody else out there. Oh, Aiden Young gonna drop off Hayden. And now Clevenger, 11.493. Aiden now moving back to second. John Hayden running third there in the qualifying lap time. So 11.493 for Jack Clevenger. Top the leaderboard here for quick time. No, Phil over there doing a simulcast here for the Junk Fabrications DWRL Wednesday night street fights. Doing the street stocks, the Full Fender Frenzy for Will on the Facebook Live page. We got tandem going on, so we got the best of both worlds. You got a street stock, you got a sprint car out here, the 410 sprint cars. Can't wait to see what kind of show these guys are going to put on for us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. So practice or qualifying winding down here. See who we don't have in the qualifying grid so far. Looks like Patrick, the only guy not taking time here. Looks like we have 24 cars. Should be around 3 or 4 heat races. I'm saying 3 heat races. Hello to David Chin out there. Ray Riggleman Jr. was out there. Full Velocity Racing Network was out there. Guys, make sure you do me a favor. Share it out there. Let everybody know that we're live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network in GForce TV. Everybody might be on GForce TV YouTube. But again, if you're over there too, make sure you come and follow us here. We do a lot of different things here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Everybody qualifying, we're going to hop right on to the heat racing action. Heat race number 1, the 3D racing starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 999 machine, Iowa-sponsored car. That is Blake Chapman, and outside of him, driving the number 5, that's Donovan Ross. Ross aboard the number 5. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, the number 87 machine of Andy Patton and Jack Clevenger. Tonight's quick time, the number 78 going to roll off position number 4. Fifth starter, the number 57 machine, that is Jordan Hack and Roger Craig aboard the 747, rolling off position number 6. Seventh starter will be Kenny Koch aboard the number 61 machine and Andrew Smith aboard the number 79, rolling off position number 8. 8 cars we call for, all 8 cars out there. 8 laps will be the distance here in heat race number 1. All heat races brought to you in part by AJ Custom Creations. AJ Custom Creations, the proud sponsor here of all the heat races, whether you're in the 305s or the 410s here this evening on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So the Iowa number 999 machine on the pole, the 5 on the outside, the 87 right there in the third spot inside row number 2, and then the number 78, the quick time Jack Clevenger starting outside row number 2, and then number 78 is we're going to light the fire off of turn number 4. iRACING flag, green flag is out. In the 999, moving down here into turn number 1, slides up in front of the number 5 of Ross. Ross now dives it down to the inside, almost a little bit of contact over there. But it's going to be Chapman leading lap number 1. With Ross running in the 2nd spot, Clevenger the quick time. Running in the 3rd spot, he looks down to the inside, the number 5 also right there. These guys are going to take no time flat to get around this speedway. 11 second laps, 11.4 second laps. These guys are hauling the mail. Then number 5 of Donovan Ross running in the 2nd spot. Clevenger trying to do everything he can. Ross dives there down to the bottom, gets a little bit sideways. Not the grip down there for the number 5 machine he wanted. That number 78 of Patton now starting to, Clevenger now starting to close in on the number 5 of Donovan Ross halfway home this time around. 4 in, 4 to go for that 999, the Iowa sponsor number 999 of Blake Chapman. Everybody trying to follow him in lockstep, trying to get around him. But the number 5 has got his hands full with Jack Clevenger. Clevenger now looks down to the inside. Clevenger trying to get the rest of the last 2nd spot away from the number 5 machine. Not able to do it so far. They enter that back straight away into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, we're going to see those popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around the speedway for Blake Chapman aboard the 999. So you have Chapman, Ross, and Clevenger and Patton, your top 4. We're going to see that white flag in the 999 of Blake Chapman. Hold on for one more. Circuit around. He's down into 1 and 2 and off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. While they're trying to hold on over Donovan Ross. Ross running in that 2nd spot, but off of turn number 4. Piggy up heat race number 1. Blake Chapman in the 999. Second going to go to Donovan Ross. Jack Clevenger going to finish in that 3rd spot. 4th is going to be Andy Patton in the number 87. Heat race number 1 in the books. Heat race number 2 getting ready to come to post, and starting on the pole, the number 35 machine of Connor Ross. Starting on the pole inside that row number 1, of course, on the pole outside. Renner Coach aboard the number 16 machine, rolling off position number 2. Inside row number 2, that's the number 47 machine of Garrett Patton aboard the number 47, and outside him, Hayden Young aboard the number 69 in position number 4. 5th starter sees Francis Major aboard the number 25 machine. And 6 will be Larry Moody aboard the 073. Inside row number 4, that'll be Kyle Parker finishing up 2nd in the 305s, looking to try to change his luck here in the 410s. He's rolling off position number 7. And Steven Bixler aboard that A61 machine, going to roll off position number 8. 8 cars we called for. 8 laps will be the distance. 8 cars out there on the speedway. LANIER National Speedway. Again, a big thank you to AJ Custom Creations for the official heat race sponsor here getting an evil look here. Connor Ross is going to start it here with the number 16 on the outside, of course, aboard the 016 machine. And the 47 of Garrett in that third spot. I like the name Garrett. One of my son's named Garrett. Aiden Young on the outside in car number 69. We get ready to light the wick, light the fire off of turn number 2, 3, 4. Turn number 4. The number 35 of Connor Ross leading the charge down into 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. See if Ross is going to be able to hold on to it. Here comes Pepina aboard the number 47 machine down to the inside. Oh, contact made, and he goes around. Pepina going to have to figure out what he's going to be able to do. Is Connor Ross now trying to run away and hide in that number 35. Matt Mercouche in that number 16 machine running in the second spot. Third is Aiden Young aboard the number 69 machine. Then you have fourth place Larry Moody in that number 73 machine. And the 35 of Connor Ross is trying to drive away off into the sunset here with 5 laps to go. Going to see halfway home this time off of turn number 4. 4 in, 4 to go in this 8-lap heat race here. Heat race number 2. So Connor Ross, your race leader. Second is the number 16, Aiden Young, running in that third spot. Those guys battling out Larry Moody and Francis Major right there. Number 25, he's lurking in the shadows, trying to look down to the inside, trying to take over that fourth spot there from the number 73 of Moody. Moody right now holding on to that spot, lockstep in front of him. And those guys, it looks like they're going to battle out, going to be rather close here as we get those spot signal sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around for Connor Ross in that number 35 machine. 16 still holding on to the second spot, but man, I don't know for how long. Aiden Young right there nipping at his heels, and Larry Moody's going to have to hold on for one more circuit though, as they go down the back straightaway for the final time and off into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, picking up. Heat race number 2 is Connor Ross. And of course, running in that second spot, going to finish up second. Aiden Young and Larry Moody round out your top 4. Heat race number 2 in the books. So heat race number 3 getting ready to come to post now, not wasting any time. And tonight's third place finisher in the 305 sprint cars is Lane Snook, and he's going to start on the pole here in the 3D Racing starting lineup here for heat race number 3. Outside of him driving the 513, it'll be Jeffrey Parker aboard the number 513. Inside row number 2, that'll be G.J. Boydell aboard the 014 machine, and John Hain aboard the number 71. Rolling off position number 4. Fifth starter sees Terry Landis aboard the 661 machine, and David Carnes aboard the 192. Rolling off position number 6. Seventh starter will see Nathan Aldridge aboard the number 151, and Patrick Maltis aboard the number 49. Rolling off in position number 8. 8 cars we called for. 8 cars we have out there on the speedway. Those guys rolling around one more time before they get the green flag off of turn number 4. iRACING, I thought green flag is out. The 123 of Lane Snook leading the charge down to turn number 1. Here comes the 513 of Jeffrey Barker. And then you have also on the outside, that is John Hayden on that number 71 machine trying to let something happen there, trying to get around the Jeffrey Barker 513 machine. He's going to do so. He made that look easy. Has put him to the second spot, John Hayden in that number 71 machine. So Lane Snook trying to sneak away, run away, do whatever he wants to do there in the 123 machine. Right now holding on to the top spot, but he's got a hands full there with the number 71 of John Hayden. Tonight's third quickest time there belonging to the number 71 machine. He looks lightning fast here last time by, just a tick faster than Lane Snook, who is your race leader. We're going to come up on halfway home. This time around off of turn number 4. 4 and 4 to go for Lane Snook. Can he hold on for 4 more circuits? Oh, look at John Hayden out to the race lead there. Slide job over Lane Snook. Snook now going to move back down to the bottom slider of his own right there through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes John down to the inside into turn number 3. Slider by the 71 again. He gets all kinds out of shape with the 123. Sets him up here. Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around. as Lane Snook now takes back over the race lead, and John Hayden crosses them back over side by side down into turn number 3. John Hayden now to the race lead. Here comes Snook battling back to the inside. One more lap. Who's it going to be here for the top spot here in heat race number 3? Snook slides it up in front. Here comes John Hayden down the back straightaway. Can Snook do anything? One last ditch effort in the 123 machine. He's going to do so. Oh, contact. Well, John hits the wall, and Lane Snook going to take down the victory. Lane Snook in the 123, Jeffrey Barker, GJ Boydell, and David Carnes going to round your top 4. John Hayden goes from the top spot to 7th there. Tough break for that number 71 machine. Heat race number 3 in the books. Thank you to AJ Customs Creations for sponsoring those. So we're going to move right on to the B main, and that's brought to you in part by Toronto Tickets. Toronto Tickets, the sponsor here of the B main. And B main starting line, I'm going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 57 machine. That is going to be Jordan Hack. And outside him, Francis Major aboard car number 25. Inside row at number 2 in the third starting spot, that's the 661 of Terry Landis. And Roger Craig aboard that 747 machine. Going to roll off position number 4. Fifth starter sees Kyle Parker aboard the Monster Energies number 13 machine. Inside row number 3 in the fifth starting spot, Nathan Aldridge aboard the 151 machine. Going to roll off position number 6. Seventh starter sees Kenny Kush aboard the number 61 machine, and Pepinat aboard the number 47. Going to roll off in position number 8. Ninth starter sees John Hayden aboard the number 71, and Andrew Smith aboard that number 79 in position 10. 11th will be Stephen Bixler aboard the A61, and Patrick Malthus aboard the number 49, rolling up in row number 6 in 12th position. 12 cars called for here in the 410 sprint cars, the road 410 sprint cars. Watching them do wheelies down the back straightaway. 10 laps will be the distance. Believe everybody making it on to the A main. 24 cars strong here this evening. Do we get ready to light the wick and light the fire? Who doesn't want to be a part of Full Velocity Racing Network and sprint car racing action here? So 10 laps will be the distance. Won't take them very long to complete that. This is iRacing.com. Chevy Silverado pulls down to the infield. iRacing I flag. Green flag is out. And we're racing down the front straightaway. And that's the number 57 of Jordan Hack leading the charge down into turn number 1. The 25 to the outside. That's Francis Majors. Major right now trying to do everything he can. Hold on to second. Here comes Landis down to the inside. And a little bit of contact with the 57. Does the 25. The 661 machine now moves to the top spot. Terry Landis to the race lead. Landis in that 661 machine now diving down to the bottom side. Here comes that 57 of Jordan Hack trying to move to the outside again. Here comes the 25 also. Terry Landis running in Francis Major running in the third spot. Fourth is Kyle Parker. Parker trying to do what he can to catch those guys as a slider attempt by the 25 failed there on the 57 of Jordan Hack. So Hack going to be dropped hold on to that second spot. So the 57 able to hold on, trying to track down that 661 of Terry Landis. Right now, Landis showing the quick way around here in car number 661. So halfway home, 5 in, 5 to go here in the B main. Brought to you in part by Toronto Tickets here tonight. Toronto Tickets, an official sponsor here of the GForce Roads 410 Sprint Car Division. As that number 661 machine of Terry Landis right now leading the charge down into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, we're going to see 3 laps to go here on the scoreboard. And Jordan Hack still running in second. Francis Majors running in the third spot. Kyle Parker right now running in fourth. So we're going to see popsicle sticks this time around for the 661 of Terry Landis. 2 more trips around. Can he hang on there? Awful close to the one side retaining wall there through 1 and 2, but it looks like it's really working out for him here. We're going to see that white flag for the 661 machine already starting to catch lap traffic. Jordan Hack running in second. Third is still Francis Majors. And then you have Pepinat up to the 4th spot, and the number 47 machine really tuning it up on the top shelf of the Speedway. Through 3 and off of turn number 4. B-main belongs to the 661 of Terry Landis. Jordan Hack finishing up second. Francis Majors will finish up third, and Pepinat finishing up in the 4th spot. So the B-main in the box, Toronto Tickets, the official sponsor here of all Constellation events here on GForce Racing Leagues. So we're going to send things down track side. We're going to play two great national anthems here, honor two great nations. Well, first of the playing of the United States national anthem, then the Canadian national anthem here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll be right back at you here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the beautiful rendition of the national anthem, the United States national anthem, brought to you in part by Kevin Dedman from Dirty Grass Soul, and the rendition of the Canadian national anthem. Thank you to that recording artist there. Definitely appreciate those national anthems here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. 10 seconds till race time here, and it's going to be a barn burner. GForce TV, Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you guys all for tuning in here, and going to be the 410 sprint cars, the Road 410 sprint cars. Is that who is going to go to Malcolm Mills of Victory Lane here this evening as these guys get ready, locked and loaded here. And it's going to be 24 cars strong, 30 laps will be the distance in the 3D Racing starting lineup going to go away like this. The Iowa number 999 starting on the pole. That is Blake Chapman and his dancing partner outside driving the number 35. That is Connor Ross. Ross in at number 35. Inside row number 2, third place finisher there from the 305 sprint cars, Lane Snook aboard the 123. And Donovan Ross aboard the number 5, rolling off position number 4. Fifth starter sees Benjamin Koch aboard the number 16 machine, and Jeffrey Barker aboard the 513, rolling off position number 6. Seventh starter will be Jack Clevenger. Clevenger aboard the number 78, tonight's quick time, rolling off 7th. And Aiden Young in that number 69 machine, going to roll off position number 8. Ninth starter sees G.J. Boydell aboard the 14 machine, and Andy Patton aboard the number 87 in position number 10. 11th starter sees the number 73 machine of Larry Moody, and David Gardens aboard the 192, rolling off position number 12. 13th starter will see Terry Landis aboard the 661, and outside of him in the 14th starting spot, the 57 of Jordan Hack. Francis Major aboard the number 25 machine, going to roll off position number 15, and Garrett Pepperdine, number 47 machine, going to roll off position number 16. 17th starter will be the Monster Energy number 13 machine of Kyle Parker, and Andrew Smith aboard the number 79, rolling off 18th. Inside row number 10 and the 19th starting spot, the 151 of Nathan Aldridge, and Steven Bixler aboard the 861, rolling off position 20. 21st will be Patrick Maltz aboard the number 49, and Kenny Ghosh aboard the 061, rolling off 22nd. 23rd on the field, the number 747 of Roger Craig, and John Hine aboard the 71. Rolling off position 24. 24 cars strong. 30 laps will be the distance here in the row. 410 sprint cars. We get ready to send these guys on their way off of turn number 4. Light the wick, light the fire. Race fans, one question. Who's it gonna be? The 999 of Blake Chapman leading the charge here down into turn number 3. The 35 to the outside. That's Connor Ross. Ross side by side. Momentum on to the outside. Ross now to the race lead. The 999 down to the inside has to back it up just a tad bit. The Iowa number 999 now drops back to the 3rd spot. The 5 of Donovan Ross to the outside. Ross now moves into position number 2 here momentarily, but the 999 now running in the 2nd spot there as the 999 now just starting to make that bottom side work there, finding the gription down there on the bottom of the speedway. Leighton Snook running in that 4th spot in the 123 machine. Then you have Jeffrey Barker in that number 513 running in the 5th spot. Already 4 laps complete, lightning fast time so far in the low 12-second bracket, now in the 13-second bracket, I should say. The number 35 of Connor Ross, your race leader. And second is the number 5 machine. Is the first yellow flag going to slow these guys back down and restack and repack the field? Some other interesting things going to happen here. We'll go to our first J-Max Journey, J-Max Strong instant replay of the evening. Trying to figure out what happened here. What brought the yellow flag? Going to be number 87 of Andy Patton into the outside retaining wall. Goes for a spin cycle on the front straightaway. So the first yellow flag of the evening here in the 410 row, 410 sprint cars. Like I said, a big thank you here to the sponsors here this evening, AJ Customs. We've got to thank Malcolm Mills, the official Victory Lane sponsor here of GForce TV. I should say GForce Racing Leagues. Also got to thank eToronto Tickets for coming aboard for the sponsorship for the B-Main. And want to thank everyone for watching, whether you're on Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch on the Full Velocity Racing Network, or if you're on GForce TV on YouTube. We appreciate you guys all tuning in. iRACING.com. Chevy Silverado pulls down the infield. Green flag back out. The iRacing I flag, green flag, that is. The 35 of Connor Ross going to set the pace down into turn number 1 here on lap number 9. The number 5 of Donovan Ross running in the 2nd spot, so it's the Ross and Ross show up front there as we complete lap number 10 of 30. Blake Chapman right now running in the 3rd spot, but here comes the 78 to the quick time here. Jack Clevenger Clevenger to the outside of the speedway. See what Clevenger will have to offer here later in the going here as we're going to complete lap number 11 of 30. And Clevenger had to come from 7th starting position. Now the 999, the Iowa 999 down to the inside. He's been fighting down to the bottom, but I just don't know if he's going to have the momentum to uptake off the speedway. But that 78 of Clevenger running in the 3rd spot. Ross and Ross battling out. Here comes Donovan down to the inside. Slide job on that number 35 of Connor Ross. Ross now moves to the 2nd spot. Ross in 1st. Getting kind of confused, but yellow flag going to come back out. His things was just starting to heat up. Oh, I don't know who that was. That looked like Roger Craig there in the 747. Slow up to the top side of the speedway. Yep, indeed it was. As Craig gets it down hot and heavy, and it looks like the 861 maybe. No, that's not the 861. That was 61. Kenny getting into the side of the 747 of Roger Craig, sending Craig back there. Right in front of the leader, stacks them all up. Roger definitely didn't know that they were going to come up that fast on him. So Clevenger was able to sneak in there. We'll see what the lineup's going to do here, as it was Donovan Ross and Connor Ross, your front two. There, the number 5 and the 35. But Clevenger may have snuck in there, pulled a little sneaky maneuver, and moved himself inside the top 2. We're not 100% positive. Lane Smith right now holding on to the 4th spot. The 999 of Blake Chapman running in the 5th spot. So we know Ross is going to be your leader. 2nd is going to be Connor Ross. So Ross and Ross going to still be up front. Then Jack Clevenger aboard the number 78 in that 3rd spot. Nice looking car there. The blue, the green, and the gray go good together there. Sets that number 78 off there. Pops here on the screen on the Full Velocity Racing Network as we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. We do so here as the number 5 machine to the top spot. Now the 35 and the 78 battling it out there. Clevenger down to the inside of Connor Ross. Connor up to the top shelf of the speedway, though, trying to find off the number 78 machine of Clevenger. It's a nice quick time in the 123 right there, 2 knocking on the door. That's Lane Snook. And, man, they almost make a lot of contact there. The 78 makes a little bit of a mistake. Sparks were flying on that, left the door wide open for the 123 of Lane Snook. Snook not able to do anything with that one. But it is Donovan Ross, your race leader in that number 5 machine, down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Connor Ross running in that 2nd spot in the number 35. Now peeks it down to the bottom of the speedway. A little bit out of shape there, trying to keep Clevenger at bay. And that number 78 machine, the 123 machine, now down to the inside. Lane Snook trying to do everything he can to get by the 78 of Jack Clevenger. And that number 47 out on the outside, Peppinat. And that 47 really lightened it up at the top. Oh, Clevenger and him make contact down to the bottom. But Clevenger able to keep that momentum up. But the 123 now moves into position number 3. Peppinat down to the inside there in the number 47 machine, trying to make some headway around. Jack Clevenger not able to do anything. Clevenger trying to duke it out with the 123 of Lane Snook. Snook looking for another podium finish. Race leader Donovan Ross starting to drive away from 2nd place in the number 35 of Connor Ross. With that 123, found the top shelf of the speedway. He did so in the 305s too. Now he's looking to try to move in position number 2 around Connor Ross. Connor now slides it up top. He knows he's there knocking on the door of the 123. Now dives it down to the bottom side. Crossover maneuver for the 123 of Lane Snook. Now Snook to position number 2. Ross now, Connor, that is now back down to the inside. Side by side battle for the 2nd spot, but yellow flag going to come out. Here we're going to slow him back down. The car down to the inside. Looks like the Pennzoil number 79 machine of Andrew Smith around. See what happened to Andrew Smith. All by, we're going to call that all by itself, even though contact really finished him off there. All by itself, the 79 was completely around Andrew Smith. Could he have saved it? I don't know. When you're 90 degrees facing down to the infield, I guess we can't really call that a selfie. No selfie stick for the number 79 of Andrew Smith. So Smith going to join the tail end of the field. So the Pennzoil number 79 going to have a long road to hoe to try to even get back inside the top 10. So you got Donovan Ross, your race leader in that number 5 machine. 2nd will be Connor Ross in that number 35 machine. Then you have Lane Snook in the 123 machine running in the 3rd spot. And then you have Peppinat in the 47 machine, who's come a long, long way. He's up to the 4th spot. Hopefully Phil Gas sticks around a little bit. Get ready to light the wake, light the fire off a turn, and number 4, loud pedal down. 5 to go here, 4 to go at the line. For the number 5, Donovan Ross. Connor Ross for 2. Then you have Lane Snook in that third spot in the 123 machine. Let's see if he goes to the outside. Oh, contact, more contact, lots of contact. They're rubbing over there. The 78 of Clevenger just wholesaled it in there, and when you want to full send it, that's what Clevenger just did. On the number 35 in the 123 machine, so Clevenger full send by the number 78 machine, going to move himself into the second spot. Kind of a questionable move there for a sprint car open wheel, but he's definitely had the second spot tied in after that. Larry Moody now moves into the third spot. So we have Donovan Ross here getting the white flag off a turn, and number 4, one more trip around the speedway for Ross. Then Clevenger for 2 on the final lap. Third is Larry Moody, Blake Chapman, and Jeffrey Barker. Your top 5, but down into 3 and off a turn. Number 4, the A-Main feature winner, Donovan Ross in that number 5 machine. Jack Clevenger for 2. Third will be Larry Moody. Blake Chapman going to finish up 4th. 5th is going to be Jeffrey Barker. And Benjamin Coach going to finish up 6th. Lane Snook, Connor Ross, Patrick Maltus, and then you have John Aiden rounding out your top 10. Well, we're going to take a brief pause for the cost. Learn a little bit about our sponsors here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV. We're going to take that break, give our sponsors a holler. We'll make ourselves way down onto Victory Lane there. Victory Lane and Malcolm Mills, Victory Lane, and BladeNote.com. Victory Lane, the sponsors down there. So we'll make our way on down there and interview hopefully our top 3 drivers this time. Nobody's scared and run away and hide this time. We'll see what happens here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Be right back at you. Well, we're definitely not going to waste any time. Milner Design and Media, thank you to their beautiful video here. We're not going to waste no time. We're going to make our way on down here. Donovan Ross was there for a minute, and then he left. So we'll move to third place. I don't see Larry Moody either. Had them all pulled into a room. I was hoping they didn't escape, but I guess Larry Moody escaping. So we'll move right on to second. So second place here tonight. Hopefully we got Jack Clevenger here. Jack, a good run for the quick time here tonight. Able to bring home second here. Definitely a harder track to navigate here tonight. Look like everybody's still trying to get accustomed to driving around one another there, but a good, solid second place finish. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, there was a little contact at the end there. I'm not sure if I could have avoided it or done something different there. It looked like those two got together on the cushion there, and I was kind of running the slider line and come down. So I feel bad about that, and I apologize to those guys if they're upset with me. But it's overall a good night, and thanks to Roger and the boys for putting it on. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic race for that number 78 machine. Good way to start out your point season here, too, finishing up in that second spot. But, man, did you have anything for Donovan there towards the end of that one, if you had another yellow flag real quick?
No, I was. He was going to check out no matter what. I was good earlier, and I'm just not as he's a little more patient than I am in the slick when it gets super slick. So it's good to see my teammate win, and good job to him.
All right, Jack, before I let you go to that microphone one last time, you can thank who would like to thank here tonight, live on the Full Velocity Race Network and GForce TV.
I'd like to thank my team at Verdeen Sim Racing Concepts and Donovan, Scotty, Keith, and just everybody who helps us out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home second here tonight. Driver of the number 78, Jack Clevenger, will move him down to the waiting room. We'll see if we can get Larry Moody now. Larry trying to escape us. Definitely an escape artist here. We had them all pulled up here, and then Larry disappears on me, and then he comes back, reappears. So I'm not 100% positive there. But Larry, third place finish here tonight, podium finish. Tell us about your race, man.
Well, I think I had a fifth place car until the very end, and somebody decided to wreck and gave me a podium spot, so I guess I'll take it.
As they always say, it's better to be lucky than good sometimes, Larry, and definitely a podium finish. Good way to start out your season here, Lanier. And man, 410's not my favorite thing to drive because I love watching them, but man, they're a handful to drive, especially in the slick. And you guys did a fantastic job. Tell us about how it was to navigate around this track tonight.
I really like this track. I seem to do well here, and whether it's a 360, a 410, it's all about throttle control. And if you've got that, you're going to have a good run here. And tonight we had a little bit of that, so we had some success.
Another good way to start out the season, like you said, point season too for that third place finish. Something momentum that you could maybe ride on to the next track. What do you think?
Well, anytime I can finish, it's a good night. So it's a good for the season, and we'll try and keep it going.
All right, Larry, before I let you go, give the microphone one last time. You can thank who would like to thank on the Full Velocity Racing Network and GForce TV.
Listen, I want to thank you guys for the broadcast. It's great. I like watching the replay, and Roger for putting on the show, and everybody that comes out and races. This is a good group of guys, and they're a lot of fun to race with, so I really enjoy it. Thanks a lot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home third place here tonight. Driver, that number 73, Larry Moody. We'll move him down. We'll move on to our feature winner down here in Malcolm Hills, Victory Lane. Driver, the number 5 machine, Donovan Ross. Donovan, fantastic run for you there. You had a great battle going on with Connor Ross up front there for quite some time, and then you finally were able to escape that and some other issues for that number 35 machine, but then you had your teammate right there directly behind you, Jack Clevenger, doing a fantastic job. But, man, tell us about your race here tonight.
Hey Todd, how we doing? It was a good race. We struggled in the middle there. It was kind of all over Connor and all over the track. My earphones are going in and out, so losing your sound is, you don't think it's such a big deal, but go from no motor sound to motor sound, I was fighting some demons there, but seemed to clear up through the middle part of the race, and then got to lap traffic, and then caught a yellow, and then pretty much smooth sail on the rest of the way.
Yeah, definitely looked like you were a lot faster towards the end of that one. Kind of got some consistent lap times down, and seemed like you said you were a little bit over the place there, where you were trying to get it to the race lead. But once you got there, you kind of settled in that number 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And I haven't really raced that much, probably in the last. We get a little. Here we're fighting microphone issues again. So. Fighting some jitters when you get towards the lead, doesn't matter if you're in front of a huge crowd or no crowd, you get a little nervous and you don't want to make a mistake in front of the guys. So just glad to put a good race together and finish strong after last night's performance.
Well, before I let you go, good job on your win here tonight, Donovan, and I'll give you that microphone one last time. You can thank or would like to thank you live on the Full Velocity Race Network and GForce TV.
I got to thank Jack, Scotty, Keith. I'm losing. I appreciate y'all for watching. Have a good night.
A little bit of issues here for Donovan Ross, some microphone issues, different things going on, but congratulations to that number 5 machine, and hopefully we'll see him down in Victory Lane a little bit more. Malcolm Mills, Victory Lane, BladeNote.com, Victory Lane. Big thank you to everybody tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook Live, or GForce TV. Man, what a fantastic showing here for the 305s and the 410s here back to back. Racing here on Wednesday nights, and then fantastic racing, guys. So kudos to this league and everything going on here, the GForce Racing League, and hope to see you guys next Wednesday night tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. And we're going to have some more 305 sprint car racing action, 410 sprint car racing. Big thank you to all the sponsors there and everybody for letting us in. And I'm Todd Stanton signing off for the evening. And have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you more times here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Make sure you like, share our links out there, and, man, become a supporter because there's some wild things coming on here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Good night, y'all.